Welcome back to eSIM Studios. We have a special unboxing here for you, the Pixel tablet. You can get this on Amazon. I did. I purchased this. They did not send it to me. You can get this for right about $250. I think they have used certified in like new condition for $250. I purchased this new on Amazon for $275, somewhere around there. I've had my eye on this. Been sitting on that purchase decision for about a year, and it got to that point where I was like, yeah, that's a good buy, right? At $500, not a good buy. At $250, good buy. So you can pick one of these up if you want one as well. Link is in the description box, and we're gonna unbox it, see what it looks like. I've never had a Pixel tablet before. I've had the old ones, right? Nexus 7. What's the other one? Nexus. What was it? 8 or 9? Can't remember. The HTC built one. Whatever it is. Look, it doesn't have the very best specs, but for $250, I believe it is a good buy. So. Also have the Tab S10 Plus right here. This is a 12.4 inch. Just did the unboxing for that. If you want to see the unboxing, I'll put a link in the description box as well for this one. But we'll compare, we will contrast, and get into the size difference and design language difference. Now, this is the 128 gig version. So Samsung Tab 256, 12 gigs of RAM. This Pixel tablet, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. The person that's going to be using this with me, we're not going to use it for, basically we're going to use it for media consumption, and we're not going to be multitasking. We're not going to be editing videos. We're not going to be editing pictures and all that stuff on here. No, basically just content consumption, right? So that's perfect. Again, $250, it's hard to beat. Now, this Pixel tablet, real quick run through the specs. It does have an IPS LCD. It has an 11-inch display, right? It's 1600 by 2560 with a 16 by 10 ratio. It's got 276 pixels per inch. That's 276 ppi. It will get, here's another good thing. You can install and run the beta program on here. We are going to do that. Has UFS storage 3.1. It has a single main camera on the back, 8 megapixel camera on the back. It can record video 1080p at 30 frames per second. It also has a front-facing selfie camera sensor. That's 8 megapixels, and that one does 1080p at 30 frames per second as well. Shoots in HDR. Now, what CPU does this have? Well, it has the Google Tensor G2. Yes, the G2. This is almost 2 years old, and what do we have now? The G4. So it is about 2 years old, but again, at that price, hard to beat. The Google, if you forgot, the Google Tensor G2 is an octa-core CPU, and it has the Mali G710 GPU, MP7 GPU, Mali G710 MP7. As I mentioned, 8 gigs of RAM. In the last main spec is it's got a 7,000 milliamp per hour battery. This one has 10,000 milliamp per hour battery, has a dynamic AMOLED 12.4 inch, basically 2K display, and this has got IPS, but from what I've seen, not that bad. So let's go ahead and unbox it and take this out. I've opened it, but have not opened the packaging, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. It is the hazel color. So if you got the Pixel 9, you like... Actually, you know what? I take that back. Yeah. They had hazel on the 9. This is the color version where it's closer to the Pixel 8 Pro hazel color. Let's take a look. How do we get this out of here? I hate to rip it, but I guess we got to open it, right? There we go. You do a nice rip. Wow, that's pretty. You got the nice Google logo, that nice G right there. One good thing about this Pixel tablet, it does support stylus. So Galaxy Tab does come with a stylus, right, in the box. Pixel tablet does not. Now, it does support Wacom 2.0, I believe. So this is a bamboo stylus plus, I believe. I'll put a link for one of these in the description box below. I think I need to charge this, but what makes this cool is it charges by USB Type-C. You don't need to put a battery in there, so it's lightweight. You don't get that clunky feeling. You can pick one of these up on Amazon. You don't have to get this specific one. It will support most stylus for Windows computers, so it's nice. If you're using this Pixel tablet and you have a stylus laying around that you use with your laptop, guess what? It'll work. Now, this is not charged, but it is a nice, you can, I think, pick one of these up for 20 bucks. I think this one was 40 or 50. Maybe 40, probably cheaper now, but it is good that they do support stylus right here. Now, in the design language, it's more rounded, right? So, as I was mentioning, if you like the way Pixels look, if you like the way Pixels feel, you're gonna like the way this feels in the hand. The Galaxy Tab is more squared off. It has more sharp edges, meaning it is squared off, and you can see there is a noticeable size difference here. As you can tell, that is the 11-inch, and that's the 12.4 on the Galaxy below it. So it is bigger, but this one feels nice because it's a medium-sized tablet. This one would be a large tablet, and this one medium, right? And then you got the Ultra Tab S10 Ultra, which is an ultra-sized tablet. But again, you do get the IPS display on here. It does look nice for an IPS display. And obviously, you do get the super dynamic AMOLED with the Galaxy Tab here. So, two very different tablets, but both have pros and cons to it, obviously. But I think they both have more strengths than weaknesses. Galaxy Tab is damn near perfect when it comes to Android tablets. Even though this is almost 2 years old, I think it has a lot of pros, right? It has more pros than cons, especially if you're going to use it as a family. If you're going to use it in the kitchen, watch YouTube, get some recipes, using it as a HomePod. If you do get the HomePod with it that connects here on these pogo pins, you can basically use it as a Google Assistant, and it fits right in with your household, especially if you have Google Wi-Fi, right? Use Google routers. If you have Pixels, if you have the, the Nest camera, whatever the hell it's called, all that stuff just goes perfect. So this makes a perfect addition to a home that everybody can use. And I think that's what we are going to be using this one for. So I am going to start using this. I'm going to get signed in, download some apps, and start comparing and contrasting the two. We're going to run benchmarks, although I don't expect too much out of this, right? We're still going to do it. So we're going to test. We're going to run a stress test. We're going to benchmark them. We're going to load apps on here. We're going to see if Chrome is in desktop mode right off the bat, or if it's still the mobile version. I know you can change it in the settings, but I like to see what these run right out the box, just to kind of get a good look, good feel. Samsung Galaxy Tab, you can put DeX mode right off the bat on the tablet. You don't have to connect it to run DeX. You can run DeX on the tablet. That's what I love. All right.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.